Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to another session where we are going to talk about how to eat our food better, how to have a better balanced diet. And today we have an amazing and a very important topic. We are going to talk about diabetes. Uh-oh. Just give me 1 second. Hello, is it better now? Hello, is it better now? Please let me know. Hello, is it better? Are you able to hear me now? Amazing. So today we are going to talk about diabetes and we already have Dr. Umesh with us. So let's bring him on stage without further ado and let's talk about and understand how can we take care of ourselves better with if you have diabetes and like how to prevent it. All right. So let's bring him here. Hello, Dr. Umesh. How are you?
Good evening. Hello. Namaste. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Good as well. Good as well.
Awesome.
Glad to have you here. We are going to talk about diabetes. I think it is one of the most prominent lifestyle diseases that's happening in the world, which can be prevented. So I'm super glad to hear more about it from you today, and how can we like not have it. So
Yes. Yes. Are we all ready?
yes, sounds good. So I'll hand it over to you now,
Awesome.
and let's
Thank
hear
you.
it.
Thank you so much. Yes, let's do this. Hello, good evening. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Jhulelal, Jai Jinendra, Jai Shri Ram, and Sat Shri Akal and Salaam Alaikum. Kya hal chal? How are we all doing? Today we are going to cover diabetes. काफी important topic है and uh, how do I begin? How do I begin with this session? I'll tell you a story. but this is not a funny story. This is a very serious story. ठीक है. So hang in there and 2 मिनट लगेंगे ये स्टोरी सुनने में. एंडिंग बहुत अच्छा है ये स्टोरी का, बट ये स्टोरी के एंड में डायबिटीज से सफर करने वाले जो लोग हैं ना, यू विल सी टू टाइप्स ऑफ दोस पीपल. So let's begin the story. Story is very personal to me. 2019 when I came back to India, जब मैं 2019 में इंडिया वापस आया था, तो my brother owns a mobile shop in Gujarat. So I was helping him on the shop. And on one odd evening, अचानक से वो खड़े खड़े बेहोश हो गया. शॉप पे खड़ा था एंड बेहोश हो गया वो. He was 43 years old at that time. ठीक है, 43 years old. अभी हमें पता ही नहीं चला कि why this has happened, why this healthy guy suddenly fell unconscious. So we took him to the hospital. Luckily nothing major was there, but हमें उस दिन पता चला कि he is suffering from diabetes and his blood sugar levels went off the roofs. That was the first day we found out that he is suffering from diabetes. हमें नहीं पता था वो चीज. पापा भी, my dad is in his 70s now, so I was like, okay, let's get his blood report done as well. So when I get his blood report done, my father also got diagnosed with diabetes. दोनों को डायबिटीज था, उनको पता ही नहीं था ये चीज. My brother, who is younger than my dad, he had that sugar level attack and he fell unconscious. We had to take him to the hospital. तब हमें जाके पता चला. अभी इन दोनों को मैंने दो सलाह दी. मैंने सिंपल बोला कि you have two options. One, you consult an endocrinologist and be on medication throughout the rest of your life. आपको आपके खाने से पहले एक गोली खानी पड़ेगी. एंड अगर आप आपकी लाइफस्टाइल चेंज नहीं करोगे तो वो गोली का डोजेज बढ़ता जाएगा बढ़ता जाएगा बढ़ता जाएगा. यू माइट हैव टू गो टू इंसुलिन एज वेल. माय ब्रदर, he was like, I'm okay with it, but I love my alcohol, so I can't leave my alcohol. My dad didn't have any problem with alcohol. My dad is like, I don't want to do your diet thing. I was like, Papa, why? He's like, "Hey, beta, I have lived my 60 plus years of life eating what I want to eat. I'm okay taking one medicine before my meal. मैं एक गोली खा लूंगा ना, मुझे क्यों ये तू डाइटों के चक्कर में डाल रहा है? I don't want to do diet chat." On the other hand, my brother is like, नहीं, तू जो बोलेगा मैं कर लूंगा, but मेरे से alcohol मत छोड़ो. I was like, and he's not an alcoholic. He likes occasional drinking. So I was like, okay, let's make a deal. मेरे भाई को मैंने बोला कि मैं जो भी डाइट में चेंजेस ला रहा हूँ, you follow that, but alcohol 3 months no alcohol, and then we will introduce. My dad, I told him, follow what I'm trying to say for a few months with brother, and let's see if something can happen. We started working on it. Beach में loads of things happened. 2009 to 2024, my brother, he doesn't take medication anymore. His diabetes and sugar in his control. My dad, on the other hand, he could follow it for certain period of time, and then he was like, I'm okay with taking one medicine. What is right? What is wrong? What path should we choose? What is diabetes? Understand these two stories and we will understand the condition further. Okay, eventually it's your choice. Coming back thoda sa, India is the diabetes capital of this world. In India, currently more than 10 CR people are suffering from diabetes, and 13 to 14 crore people are pre-diabetic. So if you are someone who has a diabetic in your family, you are more likely to get it because it's a genetically heavy condition. Two, if you are an Indian, 2 out of 10 Indians on an average can get diabetes if you don't look after your lifestyle. So before we get to the lifestyle change and what we shouldn't do, let's talk about what is diabetes. I don't know how many of you remember the story of Radha and Umesh, but I will try to change that narrative of the story and bring some different character in a different scenario. Let's say you run an office and you have loads of employees working. There is this one office boy whose work is to, carry files from one area to the other area. Right now he is dealing with so many different people. उसको इसकी फाइल वहां ले जानी, उसकी फाइल वहां ले जानी, उसकी फाइल वहां ले जानी. But उसके बीच में you as a boss are keep on asking that office boy के पानी पिला दे मुझे, get me a glass of water, get me a glass of coffee, get me a cup of tea. The guy has other jobs, but you are constantly asking him to get a glass of water, get a glass of water, get a glass of water all the time. That guy is not earning that much money. This is his only job. So for a few months or a year, maybe year and a half, he will be okay with bringing you a glass of water. But a lot of times you are not even drinking that glass of water. You're just asking just because you saw that guy going. That guy is going to get frustrated after a year and a half. What is going to happen? There are two possibilities. One, the office guy is going to quit. He's be like, I'm not coming to job, I'll find somewhere else. Two, the office guy is going to come to the office, but he will only and only do the file exchanging work. He will be like, I don't want to deal with the water or coffee business. My job was to just bring files and exchange files from one office to the other. If you understand this story, diabetes is very easy to understand. The office guy is the hormone that manages sugar in your body. You asking for that office guy for bringing glass of water or doing some other stuff, that is you overeating on sugars. Office guy coming to the office and not bringing you extra water or coffee or something, it's pre-diabetes or insulin resistance. Your guy quitting the job, not coming for the job, is diabetes. That means your body is not producing insulin to manage your sugar. Let's clear the air. Let's introduce certain characters. But remember the story, yeah? Just a second. Yeah, my video is lagging. I'll just fix it. Is my video still lagging? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, awesome. Is my video back? Ah, interesting. Let me quickly check what's happening here. See if it is back.
Hello, hello. Just Dr. Umesh is just checking his video. He's back now.
Awesome. All right, my apologies for this, but let's continue with this. Okay, let's introduce certain characters here. We heard the word insulin, we heard the word sugar, we heard the word diabetes, we heard the word pancreas. Okay, diabetes as a condition, it's your body's incapability of utilizing sugar. Whenever you eat sugar, it goes inside your body. It's a primary source of energy, and it will tell your body, use me. But for your body to utilize it, your pancreas, your hormones need to be in the right space. Your pancreas should release a hormone called insulin. So insulin is a manager for your sugars. If for some reason pancreas is not producing insulin, diabetes. If pancreas is producing insulin but insulin is not working fine, insulin resistance or pre-diabetes. A lot of us are into pre-diabetes situation, and people who are suffering from diabetes, they can be suffering for two reasons. First is type 1 diabetes, where your body's immune system, जिसका काम है आपकी बॉडी को बाहर के एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर से बचाना, बैक्टीरिया, वायरसेस, फंगसेस से प्रोटेक्ट करना, your immune system is attacking your pancreas thinking it's your enemy, and because of that your pancreas is not producing insulin. That's type 1 diabetes. That's autoimmune. We can't do much about it to cure. In that condition, more likely you have to take medical or external support throughout your life. But it doesn't mean you can't have a better quality of life. Trust me. Type 2 diabetes is because you have asked insulin to do more work than it was supposed to do. हम सबकी बॉडी में इंसुलिन एक सर्टेन अमाउंट में बनता है. अगर आप जरूरत से ज्यादा उसको काम दोगे तो इंसुलिन क्विट कर देगा. योर बॉडी विल नॉट प्रोड्यूस इंसुलिन इन मच, and that's where type 2 diabetes can happen. Now type 2 diabetes is because of your habits. Type 1 diabetes is genetic and autoimmune. Type 2 can be also genetic. But let's say if my dad has diabetes, I'm more likely to get diabetes. That's genetic. But if I eat well and if I do everything in order to prevent diabetes, जबरदस्ती नहीं है कि मुझे डायबिटीज होगा just because मेरे पापा को भी था. Are you with me? So genetics can create more possibilities, but you can always modify your genetics with lifestyle changes. And that's where the next part, the solution part comes in. So if you are managing or preventing the diabetes, this is what you need to do. See, you have to understand this is a sugar ka bimari, right? हमने sugar का बीमारी बोला हुआ है इसको. So this is sugar का बीमारी है, तो you have to understand what sugar is, right? For now, we think sugar is only the sweet things, the white sugar, the chocolates and biscuits and ice creams and anything that is sweet, it's sugar. Or maida, we will put in the sugar. But what if I was to tell you all the carbohydrates are sugars? So your jawar, bajra, ragi, white bread, brown bread, white pasta, brown pasta, sweet potato, all the vegetables, all the fruits, jaggery, honey, coconut sugar, white sugar, brown sugar, everything will go inside your body and break down into sugar. Your body doesn't understand कि आपने white carb खाया है या brown carb खाया है. वो intestine में जाके it will break down into sugar. It doesn't mean they all act in a similar way. The reason why I'm telling you this fact is because a lot of time we think कि oats is good carbs. But even if you are eating oats, but you are eating it more than what you need, and you are not eating it in a balance, your sugar levels will spike because oats are condensed with carbs and carbs will convert into sugars in your body. Same honey and jaggery and white sugar. Let's say white sugar and jaggery. A lot of people who are diabetics, they think कि चाय में मुझे चीनी चाहिए but मुझे मीठी चाय चाहिए, but चीनी is diabetic. Jaggery is not. No. Jaggery and white sugar में the only difference is certain minerals and vitamins are present in jaggery and not in white sugar. But they both have sugar. They are going to spike your sugar levels. It doesn't mean you're not taking white sugar or jaggery. I'm saying just because something you think is good in isolation, it doesn't mean that it is going to be good for your diabetes. Because if you want to manage your diabetes, you have to understand first the fact carbohydrates will get converted to sugar. Good or bad, it will depend whether you are taking them in the right quantity or not. So if you want to manage your diabetes, if you want to reduce your medication, type 1 or type 2 doesn't matter. Type 1, you will have to take medication throughout your life, but you can reduce the medication dosage. Type 2, you can completely stop taking medication. But if you want to do that, you have to, one, eat carbohydrates in right quantity. You have to. Just because ragi or jawar or bajra or millets are healthier, you can't eat them more than what you need. If you are doing that, you are affecting your diabetes in a negative way. Two, you don't have to avoid sugars completely. Just simple meaty cheeses which I was talking about, you don't have to. You have to utilize them better. How? Two ways. One, balance them. So if you are eating a fruit, it has sugar, but if you add nuts to it, you are balancing it. If you eat white bread, it's sugar, but if you add peanut butter to it, it's balanced. If you are eating rice, it's simple carbs, but if you add protein, chana curry, moong curry, paneer curry to it and eat it, it's balanced. So I'm not saying stop eating white rice or roti or fruits or chocolates or sweets. I'm saying minimize it and balance it. The other way to do it is movement. Sugars are immediate source of energy. If they are present in your blood, insulin is going to take them away for storage. But if you move, your body can utilize it. That's the reason why I gave you the tip the other day. After every meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, go for a 15-minute walk. If you want to prevent diabetes, that can help. If you have diabetes, this will help you manage your sugars in a better way. So my guideline, the general guideline to everyone here is, if you are diabetic and if you want to reduce your medication or get rid of it, one, be in a regular touch with your endocrinologist and consult a nutritionist. Endocrinologist and nutritionist can work together to measure and track your sugar levels and HbA1c and diabetes levels, and we can reduce your medication and get you off medication साथ में. So on. If you are a family member of a diabetic and you want to prevent diabetes, you have to start managing your lifestyle abhi se. Specifically, moderate your carbs, minimize simple sugars. Whenever you are having simple sugars, have them with proteins and fats and fiber or around your physical activity so that your body can utilize it. There are other two factors as well, movement and stress. I don't know how many of you check your blood sugar levels regularly, or how many of you wear that CGM, continuous glucose monitoring tag, so that you can constantly track your sugar levels. If you do, whenever you are stressed, check your blood sugar level. It will be spiked. Cortisol levels and insulin levels are interconnected. Diabetes and stress is interconnected. So if you have a lot of stress in your life and if you're not doing anything about your stress levels, that can also prevent you from managing your diabetes. But to sum up, diabetes is a very common lifestyle condition. You can prevent it and manage it very easily. All you have to do is clear your head, stop listening to the confusing point of views on the internet, apply logic, follow a scientific path of sugar management, and yes, you can do it. You don't have to take any shortcuts or any medication for that. Symptomatic relief के लिए you might have to begin with, but जैसे ही you are starting to change the lifestyle, you can slowly reduce the medication and completely stop it. What you cannot do is कि मुझे सारी चीजें naturally करनी है और मुझे दवाई भी नहीं खानी है, बट नेचुरल चीजें मुझसे हो नहीं पा रही हैं, तो you are यहाँ का भी नहीं, यहाँ का भी नहीं, and you are suffering from diabetes, and that condition is going to grow further and further and further, can lead to a lot of complications. ठीक है? So that was about it. That's diabetes for you. Let's go through any questions that you have.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
There are. I mean, thank you so much. I knew that like India is the hub of diabetes, but I did not it was that bad. So somebody was asking, why is that so? Why is India in the top list of diabetes?
I can answer that. It's very obvious. So we are surrounded with carbohydrates. So when I say this, people may think that I'm trying to demonize carbs. I am the one who will never say that कि carbs बंद कर. इनफैक्ट आज तक हमारे जितने भी सेशन हुए, मैंने कभी भी आपको ऐसा नहीं बोला कि मीठा खाना बंद कर दो या अपना फेवरेट खाना बंद कर दो. I am the one who promotes healthy relationship with food. But our food or our plate needs 5 or 6 components. But whenever you go out, let's say you are going to eat in a restaurant, 90% of the dishes are rich in carbohydrates. आप कोई शादी में खाना खाने जाते हो, तो again 80 to 90% of dishes are carbohydrates. If you go to a hotel buffet, carbohydrates. If you go out to eat junk like street food, carbohydrate and junk protein के नाम पे there is soy chunk और अंडे का लारी होता है. That's about it, right? So the problem here is we are surrounded with temptations जो carb heavy हैं, and diabetes is a problem arising from that. 2, 3 is हमारा movement. We have become more sedentary and more lazy because of the advancement of technology. So a lot of you might be active on habit every day, but you have to ask yourself, do you do any other movement apart from that? Agar 24 hours mein, if you're only spending 45 minutes to 1 hour doing yoga, it's not enough. Human beings are designed to move. And if you have diabetes, if you eat a lot of carbs and not utilizing it, your body's capacity is going to get out of the window. And third, a lot of us are going through stress, but हमारे लिए mental health is a sham. हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हाय mental health, तो ये तो पागल हो गई, थेरेपिस्ट के पास जाएगी तो ये तो पागल है, इसका दिमाग खराब हो गया है. That's all. हमें about time we have to realize mental health is real and we have to address it. कोई भी यहाँ पे माइका लाल है जो मुझे बता दे कि आपको mental stress नहीं होता है. You have achieved nirvana. If it is, it's not possible to live a stress-free life. It's so important for you to address your mental health. It could be you do. I'm not even saying कि आप therapist के पास जाओ. and saying you have to start looking into it pehle. Under, like, start breathing exercises, start meditation, start talking to people who can make you feel better. If you're not doing that, then these are the things, yeah. But these are the main three reasons. I want to answer Rachna ji's question. Aren't pharma companies taking advantage? I read that the value of FBS and PPBS, what is given as diabetic, is not true. What are the actual values? Rachna ji, I I am on the same page with you. मैं आपको बोलता हूँ कि yes, pharma companies are a scam and they are behind our money. And I always say this, कि India is more about the disease care than the health care. ठीक है? Or across the globe, it's more about if you go to a doctor, the doctor is going to keep on prescribing you medication because they see you as a client. ठीक है? If they were to give you a permanent solution, you are not going to go back to them. But then I am also a doctor. The whole ecosystem is very messed up. To become a doctor, you need 1.5 CR का आसपास पढ़ाई का investment, donation लगता है and all that, and then the doctors invest same amount of money to create a hospital and all that. So they think of it in that money mind, okay? But that's the reality, harsh reality, good reality, bad reality, different case scenario, okay? I'm saying don't believe those numbers. Our human body is not dependent on the numbers. But if your body is trying to tell you something, if you're feeling fatigue, if you're feeling polyuria, polyphagia, polydipsia, if you're getting all the symptoms of diabetes, forget about the number on the sugar scale, forget about whether they are right or wrong. Your body is trying to tell you something. Your body is trying to tell you something. You have to do something about it, and it's as simple as that. Trust me, the numbers are not flawed. If they were, then we are talking about entire world's medical system. Entire world's medical system. So even if the fasting blood sugar and PPBS, which I don't recommend anyway, no one should do fasting blood sugar, PPBS at the moment. You just do fasting insulin and HbA1c every 3 months, because HbA1c gives you 3 month ka pura screenshot of your sugar management. Okay? So you being skeptic is absolutely true, but don't try to question your body, because your body is the most honest thing with you. You know?
I completely makes sense. But like as you said, we should minimize our sugars as much as possible. So you said sugar, jaggery, and carbs. A lot of people are asking about other natural sugars like dates, coconut sugar, sweet fruits, and also the sugar-free things like stevia and others.
Sure.
Are they okay to be
Sure.
taken as therapies?
Can I make a controversial opinion? यहाँ पे मजा आएगा, but it's going to be fun. Okay. We all have to, again, a very humble request, a Nimani Vinti to everyone. You have to understand, just because something is natural, by default it doesn't make it good. There are different parameters. Jaggery is natural, but if you are eating more jaggery than you need, no good. Dates, amazing source of natural sugar, but if you don't know how much sugars you need, sugar to sugar hai na. I always crack this joke ke bhookamp and tsunamis are also natural. Why don't we celebrate that? Ki yo Turkey mein bhookamp aaya, 3,000 log mar gaye. Yeah, it was natural. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. Okay, but I want you to apply this logic. Nothing in isolation is healthy or unhealthy. You are always making a better choice. So अगर आप किसी के घर गए और चाय में आपको शक्कर और जैगरी का ऑप्शन मिला है, तो यू चूज बेटर, विच इज जैगरी. बट जैगरी देख के आप 1 चम्मच की जगह पे 3 चम्मच जैगरी डाल रहे हो, तो दैट्स नॉट हेल्दी जस्ट बिकॉज जैगरी इज नेचुरल. ठीक है? सो यू आर ऑलवेज मेकिंग बेटर चॉइसेस. रही बात आर्टिफिशियल स्वीटनर्स की, तो आर्टिफिशियल स्वीटनर्स इज स्टिल अ वेरी एम्बिगुअस, dicey space. So recent that we don't know much about their regular use. So you will find certain studies जहां पे participants को artificial sweetener से gut health problem होता है, but कुछ लोग अच्छे से टॉलरेट कर लेते हैं. स्टीविया कुछ लोगों को अच्छे से टॉलरेट होता है, कुछ लोगों को आफ्टर टेस्ट देता है, कुछ लोगों को गट हेल्थ देता है. तो my gentle suggestion would be कि don't fall for the artificial sweetener का चक्कर. Keep your sugars in moderation. For example, artificial sweetener हम कहाँ पे यूज करते हैं? We added in our chai or coffee, right? Chai or coffee में you're not adding that much of sugar any which ways. So if you want to add 1 चम्मच of sugar in your chai, and drink one chai a day, and if your rest of the lifestyle is okay, that means आपने चाय पीने के बाद 15 मिनट का वॉक कर लिया, so that चम्मच of sugar is not causing you much. Don't fall for the artificial sweetener thingy unless, like, how do I put it? So there are people who like drinking diet coke, like कोको कोला इन जनरल, राइट? तो अगर आपको हफ्ते में 10 कोको कोला लगते हैं तो इमीडिएटली आपको बंद नहीं कर सकते, तो उसको कम करने के लिए यू कैन गो टू डाइट कोक फर्स्ट एंड देन स्लोली बंद करो बाय. इफ यू ईट अ लॉट ऑफ मिठाई और स्वीटनर्स, तो उसको आर्टिफिशियल स्वीटनर से बना सकते हो एंड देन स्लोली स्विच इट ऑन. तो इट कैन बी अ इंटरमीडिएट थिंग, बट आर्टिफिशियल स्वीटनर्स पे मत जाओ. योर नेचुरल शुगर इज गुड इनफ फॉर योर बॉडी. योर बॉडी एटलीस्ट आइडेंटिफाइज एज अ फूड. आप शक्कर खा रहे हो, जैगरी खा रहे हो, तो आपकी बॉडी को लगता है कि ये फूड है, मैं इसका कुछ कर पाऊंगी. आर्टिफिशियल स्वीटनर ऑन द अदर हैंड, योर बॉडी डजंट आइडेंटिफाई एज अ शुगर, तो दिक्कत है वहां.
Fair. Another question which came quite often was, can we do fasting if they have diabetes? Like especially
Yeah.
30 hours fasting or intermittent fasting. That was the theme I saw.
I think we talked about it in the intermittent fasting section the other day. If you're doing intermittent fasting, there are chances आपकी बॉडी के ब्लड शुगर लेवल फ्लक्चुएट होते हैं और वहां पे आपको मेडिकल हेल्प की भी जरूरत पड़ सकती है. सो माय सजेशन वुड बी, इफ यू आर डूइंग intermittent fasting and if you have diabetes, yes, it can be helpful, but if you do any mistakes, it can lead to some fatal consequences as well. So always do that in consultation with a nutritionist. तो nutritionist आपकी हिसाब से डाइट बना के आपको दे रहा है और उस हिसाब से आप कर रहे हो. That's what I would suggest. Otherwise, if you don't have diabetes का issue, then you can do intermittent fasting without any supervision. But with regards to this condition, I'd suggest be in a consultation with nutritionists.
Amazing. Another like a lot of questions around was, we get a lot of cravings for sugar or sweet food. How do we manage that? Like people were like, I love sugar, I love chocolate, I love this. How do
Sure.
we manage that?
Okay. So ये sentence मैं हिंदी में भी बोलूंगा, इंग्लिश में भी बोलूंगा, ठीक है? Your body craves for things which it doesn't need only and only when you don't give your body what it needs.
Fair.
आपकी बॉडी को वो चीजों की क्रेविंग तभी होती है जब आपकी बॉडी को जो चाहिए वो आप दे नहीं रहे हो. I'll give you a simple analogy. Let's say your work involves a lot of driving around. है ना, आप गाड़ी है आपके पास कंपनी की, you drive around in different cities for your work. आपका काम एक बार आया राजस्थान के एक बहुत ही रिमोट विलेज के अंदर, आपकी गाड़ी आप चलाते चलाते गए वो रिमोट विलेज के अंदर, आपने वो पेट्रोल खाली होने का जो साइन था ना वो इग्नोर मार दिया. अभी विलेज के बीच में जाके गाड़ी अटक गया. क्यों? पेट्रोल खत्म हो गया, राइट? अभी यू डोंट हैव एनी पेट्रोल पंप अराउंड, बट छोटे छोटे गांव में ना छोटी छोटी दुकानें होती है, बॉटल में पेट्रोल बेच रहे हो. उसमें वो पैसा बचाने के लिए दे डू मिलावट एज वेल, केरोसिन डाल के थोड़ा पेट्रोल डाल के जैसे. तो वहां पे यू डोंट हैव एनी अदर ऑप्शन, बिकॉज आपको वो गांव से बाहर निकलना है, तो यू विल बी लाइक ओके चल 50 रुपए का पेट्रोल या 100 रुपए का दे दे, यू वोंट वरी अबाउट. बट लेट्स से आपके पास वो छोटी दुकान का ऑप्शन है और सामने एचपी का पेट्रोल पंप है जहां पे आपको प्रीमियम क्वालिटी का फ्यूल मिल रहा है, तो यू आर लॉजिकली गोइंग टू गो टू द पेट्रोल पंप, राइट? बट
Yes.
व्हाई डिड यू गो फॉर द ठेले वाला? बिकॉज यू डिडंट हैव एचपी का पेट्रोल.
True.
Your body only craves for things which you don't need when you don't give your body what it needs. What your body needs is good balance of carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber, probiotics, prebiotics, and water. This is what your body needs. Your body runs on that. Your body doesn't run on brownie. So if you're craving for brownie, you're not giving
Proper nutrition to your body. That makes complete sense. So basically, have just a balanced diet, eat whatever your body needs, and then your craving should go down very easily. Amazing, amazing. So there are a few other questions also, like they wanted to understand what is type 1, type 2 diabetes, and if like other diseases like
type 1, type 2 diabetes we covered. There is one common question people are asking, which is about fruits.
Yeah.
ठीक है. फ्रूट्स सेम, हम नेचुरल शुगर की बात कर रहे थे. फ्रूट्स हैव 4-5 थिंग्स: विटामिन्स, मिनरल्स, फाइबर, एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स एंड अ लॉट ऑफ शुगर. ठीक है, शुगर. तो शुरुआत से मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि sugar is not the problem. Over abuse of sugar or not utilizing the sugar is the problem. So if you think fruits are very healthy, I've seen a lot of diabetics, when I do the initial consultation, they're like, sir, हम sugar खाते ही नहीं, हमने मीठा बिल्कुल बंद कर दिया. मुझे जब भी भूख लगती है ना, मैं फ्रूट खा लेती हूँ. Bro, I feel like Didi, Amma, Auntie, please, it's also sugar. And again, you have to understand, I'm not saying fruits are bad. I'm saying fruits you need in moderation. You have to understand that is also a sugar. Uh, fructose is also, Dalip ji, fructose is also sugar. So sugar have three different types: fructose, sucrose, and glucose. तीनों sugar ही हैं.
Amazing. Is there any other question you think we should be taking, which is very
Questions
important?
are very interesting, honestly. Very, very interesting. I'm so tempted to answer each and everything here, but it's the limitation of time, and a lot of questions are being repeated. We have covered most of the things in the past. Yeah. So
Yeah.
people who are asking for specific food items, कि ये healthy है या नहीं है? Nothing is healthy or unhealthy in isolation. Nothing is healthy or unhealthy in isolation. So for example, I think someone was asking about क्या था एक? Dal for
But
breakfast.
millets, a lot
Yeah,
of
you
questions like
understand now what is your dal ka requirement? Are you having that dal with other nutrients or not? Are you eating dal on a regular basis or not? How many fruits a day, Ashwini ji? How can I tell you? I don't know anything about you. If someone is giving you a specific answer, वो झूठ बोल रहा है, because I can't decide sitting here with this question just by your name and tell you कि आपको 3 केले खाने हैं, 2 सफरजन खाने हैं और इतना बड़ा कलिंगड़ खाना है. It doesn't work that way. We have to figure out using a very, very specific. Okay, but anyway, I think we're sorted. Diabetes is a big. Okay, can I? I'll just quickly answer this. Alcohol, बहुत लोग पूछ रहे हैं. Recently, there was a study on alcohol by WHO. उन्होंने announce किया है कि alcohol in no quantity is healthy for you. No quantity. Like even if you are an occasional drinker, कि मैं महीने में एक बार socially whiskey का glass on the rocks, alcohol in no, कुछ भी alcohol आपकी body में जाएगा, it can turn into carcinogen. So if you are someone who get worried about छोटी छोटी चीजें कि कैंसर कर देगा, अल्कोहल को पहले फिक्स करना है आपको आपकी लाइफ में, ठीक है? दैट्स अ ग्रेड 3 कार्सिनोजन. नो, कोई बेस्ट वे नहीं है अल्कोहल पीने की. देयर इज नो बेस्ट ड्रिंक, देयर इज नो हेल्दीएस्ट अल्कोहल, देयर इज नो सेफेस्ट अल्कोहल. इफ यू आर ड्रिंकिंग अल्कोहल, इट इज गोइंग टू कॉज यू ट्रबल. यू हैव टू फेस द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस एंड उसके बाद आपको पीना है, तो इट्स अ चॉइस.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Dr. Mesh. It was super helpful, super informative, and super eye-opening session, I would say.
Thank you
So
so much.
yeah.
We'll
So
see you again tomorrow. We are talking about PCOS. So if we can request everyone to bring all your female members in the house to attend this session tomorrow, because
yeah.
it's a very, very common condition. 1 out of 5 Indian women are suffering from this condition and can suffer from this condition. So please come, and all the guys, all the gents of the house, please sit so that you know how to support the ladies or the women in the house if they are going through this condition. Okay? So tomorrow's session is very, very important. Please come down.
Yes. So thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow for a talk on PCOS. So thank you so much, and
Thank you.
bye
Good
bye.
night. Bye bye.
Good night. So everyone, we are going to send you the recording of this session in the group. So please check out the group if you need to refer to this video anywhere, anytime. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope it was informative, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.